A deck profile on Constellars. It's backed by popular demand. A lot of people have asked me to make it, so I'm going to show what I may be running next format, and it's going to be the chaos build of this deck. Um, again, uh, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to run this, but I'm giving one post Tachyon. Like a lot of people have inboxed me and asked me, so here we go. One BLS, two Fire Fist Bears. Um, 10 key went down to 2, so it's going to be kind of hard. But basically, if you can make that first turn Pleiades with a 10 key, you keep bouncing the 10 keys to get more play off of them. Uh, one Chaos Sorcerer. I know it's going to be at 2, but I'm not exactly sure if that's how I'm going to play it next format because I don't have too many darks and I don't want to offset the ratio too much. Uh, one Algaty, I mean double Algaty. Um, I hate this card, but I feel it's needed to make the deck a bit faster. Uh, but it gets Veilered, and when it gets Veilered, it fucking sucks. Uh, triple Chaos, best card in the deck, uh, because it goes into your rank 5s. It's the Pleiades creator. Uh, triple Pollux. You open up Pollux and Chaos. You make that first turn Pleiades, and you're Gucci. You're golden. Uh, two Sombre. A lot of people ask me why I run two. Because opening with two of these fuckers in your hand is terrible, and only having two in the deck, that's hardly ever gonna happen. I'd rather see these guys late game. It's a fantastic top deck when you're both grinding it out. So I only run two. Uh, triple Veiler. Since dragons are gone, um, I have a feeling Veiler is gonna get a lot better. So I'm gonna run three. Um, one honest, because it's only at one. Damn it. Double tour guide. Honestly, with Bujins around, I don't want honest at two, even though I might run Bujins. That would be crazy. Honest at two is retarded, and I can't believe once upon a time it was at three. Two tour guides. This brings out my rank threes, and I kind of iffy on this. I usually mostly go into my chaos from my extra deck, stuff like Maestro and Crazy Box and Exit Beetle, but it works. Tour guide works because I run Zinmains and Levier for Sombre. Um, and getting into the spells, one Book of Moon, one Dark Hole, double 10 key because they lowered 10 key to 2. I may actually side out a bear if I feel like I have too many in deck. Uh, double Lance might bump it up to 3 because I love Lance. So I've saved mine for so long. And with Mirror Force at 3, Lance is making a fucking comeback. Or, well, since back row is gonna make a comeback, Lance is gonna make a comeback. That's how I should say it. Heavy Storm, Mind Control, because I basically have every level in the game because of Chaos. You can Mind Control a level 3, lower Chaos to level 3, and overlay for Zinmains and just keep their monster or whatever. Um, Reborn and triple MST because back row is coming back. Uh, one Rhoda just to make it more consistent because you can search Pollux. That's really the only target, but who cares? Uh, double Bottomless. Um, I honestly don't believe Bottomless will put in much work because a lot more people will run Lances. So we'll see how this does. Um, breakthrough skill 1 because Veiler sucks during your turn, and if you're like fucking faced with a Gaius, with Constellars, you're gonna lose, and that kind of sucks. Um, Double compulse. At first, I was running triple, and then it felt like it was too trolly. Like I'm bouncing every fucking thing on the board, and my opponent just gets annoyed. And I don't. I mean, it works, but I don't really. I'm not a troll. Uh, one judgment, one warning, of course, and uh, this my side deck may change depending on what my locals looks like. But here's the side deck. One bear, one gorilla. I honestly don't know why I'm siding another bear. Gorillas just in case I'm playing against a heavy back row deck. Uh, Double Maxi. Maxi's not in the main anymore because dragons won't be around, so it won't be fucking nuts. Two TKs, mainly because I feel like I can't make a side deck without Thunder Kings. And this is a card I want to talk about for a little bit. Leeching the Light. This is an amazing card, and honestly, a lot of people don't know about what it can do. Let's say you're playing against agents. They have a fucking Hyperion on the board, and you see that you can go off, but no matter what you can do, you can't get over that Hyperion. Leeching the Light, you go off, throw all your monsters down, activate Leeching the Light. All your monsters gain 2700. If your opponent has no pack row, there's no chance that he can survive. Absolutely no chance. When I played this deck in Mermails, and every single time I came across a Thunder King, Diva brought out Marksman, Leeching the Light, Diva attack, Marksman attack directly, bring out Dragoons attack. It's fucking crazy. This is gonna be a very good card next format because you will be able to throw down a 1900 monster and say fuck you to Bushin Yamato essentially, because those honest cards in his hand, no matter how high, no matter what happens, he can't get over your monster, which is why this card is gonna be fucking fantastic. Um, Eradicator Epidemic Virus, just in case I play against a trap heavy or spell heavy deck like Heroes. I have Crazy Box, so whatever. Mind Crush, because I'm not usually when I don't know what to put in my side deck, I just throw in Mind Crushes because you can't go wrong. You play against a stupid ass heavy, stupid ass consistent deck like spell books. You fucking Mind Crush whatever they search off of Blue Boy. It's pretty good. Soul Drain just in case I get play against Mermails or whatever. Um, it actually works against Bujins too, which is pretty decent. I guess you can start targeting their shit, but unless you can get over that monster, then it doesn't really matter. So I might choose Leeching the Light over Soul Drain against Bujins, um, or both, because technically Leeching the Light targets, and if your opponent has a turtle engrave, they can banish the turtle and negate your Leeching the Light. So if you flip Soul Drain, then you Leeching the Light, there's not a goddamn thing your opponent can do, and you will win. Constellar Omega, because Mirror Force will be back, and I want to fuck shit up. Pleiades, because I don't want my opponent to ever have a monster on the field. Um, M7, to get my Veilers and my Honest, my Tour Guide back in case they Veiler it and attack it. My Chaos Sword back. My BLS back, whatever the fuck happens. M7 will be there for me. Cowboy, can't go wrong with Cowboy. Gaia Charger. Um, Exit Beetle. Now, I want to talk about this card for a minute. Last format, my opponent had a fucking royal. Well, this format, technically, because we haven't left it yet, but my opponent had a fucking Royal Decree on the field. And if I would have had Exit Beetle in my extra deck, and I would have been able to get rid of the fucking Royal Decree and win the game, but I couldn't. So that's in my deck now. Levier for the tour guides, and for Sombre, Maestro because it's one of my favorite fucking Xyz monsters. Um, Shockmaster for obvious reasons. Volcasaurus. Volcasaurus is one of the go-to cards in this deck. I would say it's second to only Pleiades, because if your opponent plays a big ass monster and you have a Pleiades play in hand, I'd much rather go Volcasaurus and then Gaia Charger, and most likely get game off of those two cards. Uh, that's why I run Volcasaurus, and actually I was thinking about bumping Volcasaurus up to 2 because this deck has a problem with OTKing. It doesn't do it at all, so Volcasaurus would help with that. Um, Crazy Box for the Eradicators, and sometimes when you ain't got shit else, you just make a Crazy Box and hope for the best. Uh, Starleech Paladinimo. Um, I fucking love this card. And this and BLS, you win. If they only have one monster, it's 8,000 damage even. It's fucking amazing. Uh, Tears. Um, Tears, I really like this card because if my opponent has a bunch of back row and I have a Pleiades play in hand, I'd much rather go into Tears in case they have fucking Torrential or anything retarded. And Zinmains because I run tour guides. Uh, that's the deck profile for Constellars. I hope you enjoyed it. I promise I will make a lot more videos, and so watch out for them. And I'm gonna be doing maybe a couple of shout out videos too for some friends that I've been neglecting. Um, like, comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you.